crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario is going to be Destruction. It is a 2015 Steamroller scenario. It includes Kill Box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 point for controlling the zone, 2 points for dominating. You can't do either of those, though, until you destroy the enemy objective, and doing so will give you 1 control point. You can't do any of the scoring, though, until the second player's second turn. Alright guys, here's another game with my mercenaries, and this is a list that's really supposed to be a counter to my 6 Buccaneer list. You know, if I'm jamming, I want them to take heavy hitters, and so this is something where it's double colossal. I got, of course, the Earthbreaker on Gorten, I got the Galleon on Gaston, and it really kind of forces you to take the heavy stuff to deal with it. I have the gun mages too, so between that and all the AoEs, I can kind of deal with the infantry, and then between Gorton's feet and drag and all this, I can really get the jump on the heavies, and then do pretty well attrition-wise. And on the other side, a little bit of a blurry picture, but I'm up against my brother and his Crix. He's a very good Crix player, and although I would love to be dropping my other list that had the 6 Buccaneers in it, I couldn't because in this list here, he has Deneghra, which is what I'll be up against, and she can debuff to the point that those things really just fall apart. And in the other list, he has the Raiders, which will just keep on like backlashing to my caster and just making my own Buccaneers a weakness in my list. So I decided to try out this list, see how it goes, and should be interesting. So otherwise, there's just the one zone in the center. My brother and I had a disagreement about whether this favored him or me. In my view, this means that he only has to really block me out of one zone, and it's a smaller one, so it'll be easier for him to block me out. But in his view, it'd be a lot easier if there's multiple ways to score with my colossals. And I mean, clearly, yeah, something like Incursion would be a lot harder for this list. Overall, though, guys, I think my real risk with this list is going to be Death Clock. You know, I'm not used to this list. I'm not used to really... I mean, I've done a little bit with Galleon in the past. Almost nothing with Earthbreaker. This might actually be my first game with Earthbreaker, and there's a lot of AoEs and all these things, so that's going to be a real problem. The one nice thing that I can hopefully do, though, is first of all, I have 1 initiative, so I can hopefully get ahead on this and not get super locked out of the zone. But also, if I can get far enough out, if he tries to block me out of the zone, I can feat to kind of make room for me to get back in. So we'll see how this goes, but my honest guess is I'm going to lose by Death Clock. So, like I said, I got first turn. I allocate 1 to each of these, and they go running on up. Kind of noticing here about how, you know, the slow Earthbreaker, only movement 4. Actually, a lot of movement 4 on this list, between, like, the Tactical Arcanist Core and also with the, what's his name, Gorten. Another thing I can kind of see here, too, is, man, people are always down on the idea of juniors running your galleons and stuff like this here. As long as you can protect them, I don't see what the issue is. I do a lot of the junior with Gaston. You can be 8 inches back. I mean, look, how are you going to kill Gaston way back there unless you've already gone through my whole army? But anyway, here we are, and we'll see what he provides. So on his turn, he doesn't cast any spells. He just really rushes on up. And that's that. I mean, sometimes what he does as a first turn play is he'll actually, like, through the Scarlock, go and parasite one of his own models in the back or something, units, because then it's just an extra armor. But he knows that I can't really get anything on Deneghra. It's not really a worry whatsoever. I guess my gun mages could walk up and shoot at her, but camping, it's just not going to happen. So with this, I have some problems. The Nis, I clearly want to try and kill on the left before they start killing my guys. I have all these Mechanothralls coming in. I got 2 Pistol Wraiths on the right, and I asked him why he had the Pistol Wraiths, and he said, oh, he just hasn't changed it since the errata. But I also have to really watch out for these arc nodes. I don't want them to come up and spray me down, so it's going to be kind of a pain. And at the same time, I need to get up to this zone. If I'm blocked at this point, even my feet might not save me. So I need to get up there and just start trying to blast these guys down. So that's what I do. I miss on both my crater shots. They were supposed to be more together in the middle, blocking the mechanothralls, but both miss and scatter, at least for those. The knockdown shot on the Earthbreaker, you need to directly hit. These ones here scatter and still have the rough terrain, so that's nice. Got some insanely good luck, and when I did some blast damage to the arc node on the right, I boosted the blast damage. It's like -7, probably not going to do much. I roll a 665 and just like cream this guy, taking out the arc nodes. That was crazy. And then I was like, well, I have nothing else to shoot the harpoon at. I might as well shoot it, see if I get double six. Yep, I got double six, did another 10 damage to it. So yeah, that right arc node, and that's also cover, just to be clear as well. His objective is the cover one. So that really shouldn't have happened, but hey, I'll take it. Otherwise, I was able to get a little bit of damage on the arc node on the left, but nothing very serious, and I was able to kill off one of the sirens, kill off a little bit of the nest, so put a wall there. So overall, you know, I'm feeling kind of good about this, but I know this is where he's going to swarm me in feet. So the good news is where he puts Denny is that he doesn't actually get too far with his feet. Basically, his feet is covering just my jacks, my Gorten, and my tactical Arcanist core. So, you know, none of my support stuff in the back, not even the gun mages. So that's awesome. He has a siren come up on the left. It sprays. It's only able to kill one of the gun mages. Otherwise, Deneghra from the Devil's Shadow is able to shoot down because she has eyeless sight and super awesome rat because of how she was buffed by McDougal and things or whatever. The little shorty little dwarf back there. His name is escaping me right now. But either way, she shoots down two of my tactical Arcanist core. Man, this is a hard report for me. And then brings back her two buddies again. So damn, I gotta really make sure they die. And otherwise, just get some models in the zone. There's two pistol race in front of my galleon, trying to keep it out. He has models in front of my Earthbreaker as well. And overall, I think this will be okay. I'm going to feet, push him back, get in the zone, and this is just going to be a grind. I can't kill Deneghra. She's fully camped. Oh, he also destroyed my objective, so between that and her dominating, he's at 3 points. So I literally need to get in the zone or else I lose. But at the same time, this attrition's going to start going as well. So everything kind of works out. I have the last tactical Arcanist core go up and make another cloud. Gorten goes up his 2 inches in feet, and that's where he reminds me, like, oh yeah, remember your focus is down as well. So, wow, that means I have a control range of 6. And so I'm able to push back enough that I can get into the zone, but wow, that was not really great. Otherwise, when everything is pushed back and the jacks getting to the zones, I'm able to kill off all of the Devil Shadows, so it's nice to have those guys out. I kill some big blocks of the Mechanothralls, kill off some Nis. With my shooting, I kill off the other Siren, some more Nis. So it's going okay. I put a wall up there to kind of protect. I'd rather have the wall more on the right, but again, with a control range of 6, I can only do so much. And so now I got 2 colossals in the zone, and so I don't have to really worry about scenario unless I just lose. One mistake I did make is that because I was so slow, again, the Earthbreaker could only move 2 inches. It basically had to move straight up to at least even get into the zone. So the way things worked out, there is a little hole there between the Earthbreaker and the cloud. So he does have line of sight there. So he decides to go for assassination. Deneghra, who luckily already has popped her feet, comes up here into the cloud. And yeah, now all of a sudden she can see Gorten. And what she does is she actually goes for a parasite on me. Then she goes for a venom, but misses luckily. The one pistol wraith charges into the tactical Arcanist core, kills him. Then he was planning to shoot a shot on me, and I was like, oh, you can't do that because you're engaged. So he's like, okay, whatever. His other pistol wraith then walks through the colossal to shoot me, and I'm thinking, like before, I was like, pistol wraiths, I don't have to worry about them. I'm armor 19 base. But now that I'm parasited, I'm armor 16. He is POW 12s, so these are -4. You know, like, they're going to do some pretty good damage. And it was like, oh, man, I didn't see this coming. So he actually, you know, could have done some really good stuff to me, but he rolls utter crap. The Pistol Wraith rolls like a 2 and then a double 1. Like, yeah, like a 1 and a 2 and then a double 1. It was really shit. He gets a little bit mad of his dice, and it's like, well, yeah, it's basically over now. So overall, then, he charges in with his Combine there on the right and a couple of Mechanothralls. They really bash up the Galleon. I lose about half of it, but I still have all systems operational. Other things kind of charge in. By the way, Selena and her Nis Hunters got a little combined shot into Gorman as well, which had done 6 boxes of damage, I think, or something like that. So not too bad. But overall, yeah, it failed, and now I have 2 Colossals right there in front of Denny. And so really, it's just a simple thing where the Galleon goes first, turns the facer, boosts the headbutt, knocks her down, and then it's just over because, yeah, her only thing she had going for her was really her defense, and now with all the high POW stuff things around here, she's just done, and I win on Assassination. Now, one of the things we were talking about here is that she should have put like puppet strings on herself to make sure she got venom. She also probably really should have gone for like a scourge right away, because being here, she's less than 4 inches away, so it's guaranteed to knock me down with the scatter, because it can only scatter 2 inches, boosting the right damage. So I really was in a lot of danger of assassination. This definitely could be a thing where I would have died. But hey, luckily for me, everything works out, and I pick up the win. I do think this is an interesting list. I think it's a fairly powerful one. Of course, now that Gorman's not a big worry, I can do this. But the big thing is I'm going to have to practice this list so I can deal with the clock. I was okay with the clock, kind of, but definitely need to get faster as I get to learn the list better. So either way, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you later. Bye.